This is the highest ranked circular building in all of China. At the very beginning, you only set up a few pillars on the ground, but tall pillars are easy to topple, so you connected them with a circular beam. They became a single unit. This added stability, but it was still not enough. Next, you added diagonal wooden braces outside the pillars. This improved support. However, the sharp angles blocked movement below. Then you had a clever idea. You turned the diagonal braces into stair-like structures. They kept the triangular support. They also made the space easier to use. But stair-shaped pillars could still sway sideways, so you added supports on both sides. Finally, you formed a ring structure made of 3 circles of pillars. You discovered something surprising. The outer ring had exactly 12 pillars. They represented the 12 traditional hours of the day. You named them rock pillars. The middle ring also had 12 pillars. They symbolized the 12 months of the year. You named them golden pillars. Together the 2 rings made 24 pillars. They represented the 24 solar terms. In the center stood 4 pillars. They symbolized the 4 seasons. You called them Dragon Well pillars. Altogether there were 28 pillars. They matched the 28 constellations in the sky. To strengthen the structure, you added 4 square base beams around the Dragon Well pillars. They supported the upper structure. Then you began building the roof. You installed dugong brackets on top of the pillars. Dugong is both strong and beautiful. After finishing the lower and middle bracket layers, you found a problem. The top level had only 4 pillars. The span was too wide, so you added 8 copper pillars. You connected them with curved beams. This allowed the top bracket layer to be installed. Above the brackets, you added circular locking beams layer by layer. They firmly bound the structure together. At the very top, you built a stepped caisson ceiling. It symbolized the sky. A central pillar rose upward like a thunder god pillar. Roof construction was also precise. First you laid fine wooden planks. Then you added a backing layer. Only then could the blue glazed tiles be placed evenly. But there was a problem. Tiles could slide off easily. So you nailed down the lowest row of tiles. The nails were made of iron and could rust. You covered them with nail caps. This prevented rust and improved appearance. By now, the structure was extremely stable. Walls were no longer needed for support. You added light doors and windows instead. They allowed airflow and easy access. Then you noticed something else. The building was too magnificent. The original foundation looked too simple. So you built a 3-tier circular terrace. It was made of white marble. You added balustrades with posts and panels. You installed drainage outlets around each level. When heavy rain falls, water flows out layer by layer. Each tier had a different design. The first showed cloud patterns. The second showed phoenixes. The third showed dragon heads. This foundation was waterproof, moisture-resistant, earthquake-resistant, and beautiful. You gave it a grand name, the 3-tier white marble circular terrace. With this base, the building became even more sacred and majestic. Congratulations! You have created the Hall of Prayer for good harvests.